All right, let's move on now on the show. It's still the Sport Buffet, and of course it's Tuesday. And whenever we're here on Tuesday, we do all things Nigerian football. Topics related to Nigerian football. And the one at the top of the list right now is the Women's African Cup of Nations.
The one that I got visa. First time in my life I'm getting a visa and I didn't travel.
Oh, why? No,
because I don't know. Five visas. I struggled out to get visas for 5 people and I couldn't travel.
All right. Anyway,
now I know. Now I accept from my daughter that I'm broke.
All right, but it's been a wonderful tournament so far. We've seen beautiful football played. Even though, of course, fans are not going to turn out the way they turn out for men's football, but it's been wonderful to watch. And the Super Falcons,
and they would be shouting equal pay.
The Super Falcons, they kicked off their tournament yesterday, but sadly ended in a defeat. Looking at we've been building up to this game. The girls have been lively in camp, preparing for this tournament. But at the end of the day, it ended in defeat, a 2-1 defeat. The second half was when the goals started pouring in. 2 beautiful goals from South Africa, I must say, well-worked goals, and the Super Falcons put one back late on in the game. Now, I'll pick up on these conversations from what the South African manager Desiree said. He said we forced them. This was her speaking post-match. Now he said we forced them to play long balls. We knew we can force them to make mistakes at the back, which they did. The players delivered our plans. Now it was obvious the Super Falcons were throwing a lot of long balls into the 18-yard box, and majority of those long balls ended to none of the Super Falcons players. Now, where did it go wrong for the Super Falcons in that game yesterday? I would say the better team won, but I believe you saw the game. So where did it go wrong for the Super Falcons in that game yesterday?
The midfield, the coach of South Africa is very, very correct with that one, but I don't think they forced us. I think that the coach made stupid selections. The selected players by not understanding what they can do and their position. If we had the first players in that midfield that could play football, that could control the ball and not in a hurry to play, Aziz Azichola cannot just go from winning the Pinchichi and become a bad player.
What's wrong with the national team? No. We saw that at the Aisha Buhari Cup as well.
No, Aisha Buhari Cup is a different conversation. I don't even want to have a conversation. It's a friendly tournament. It's not something that anybody. That's an invitational tournament. Nobody should take anything serious with that. But I'm talking about this competition. And this is not me. I'm not one of those Nigerian journalists or sports fan who get so self-entitled, believing that Nigeria cannot beat South Africa. This is football. Anybody can beat anybody. But I think that the arrangement of the player was what was wrong. Rita Chikwelu, Alima Tuainde, and Rashidat Ajibade. I don't think Rashidat Ajibade any day is a midfielder.
Exactly.
So when you play a forward player who normally, first instinct is receiving the ball to score, you now put that person in a midfield, you're already jailing that player. So she's the most versatile human being in the Falcon setup, but not football-wise. Football-wise, she's one-dimensional, and that's up front. So if I had put 4 midfielders in this game and put Asisa Toshoala and Rashidat Ajibade up front, 2 products of FC Robo, and 2 players who've got similarity, but right now Rashidat Ajibade's got more speed than Asisa Toshoala, but she can always find Asisa Toshoala, and Asisa Toshoala can also use her experience to draw attention to herself. We would have won that game irrespective of the fact that South Africa had a great game. Timbi Katlana was fantastic with her speed, running like Pius Ikedia or Tijani Babangida. But at the same time, we just didn't get the selection right. That was the problem. And you tweet about it, and some people go, "Oh, that you are being critical." I'm not being critical. It's just a straight up fact that we used the wrong set. I think I would have played probably Uche Nakanu there. I would have also played Francisca Odega there, and somehow you look at this team. Monday Gift is your goal getter. I don't care where she plays, who she is, but she scores goals like goals are going out of fashion in the national team. I don't think those kind of players are the players you put on the bench. Yeah, it's gonna be almost impossible to put Asisa Toshoala on the bench. I agree, but there is a way. If you want to play 3 strikers, who is Ifeoma Onumonu?
I think she was played out of position as well. Yes,
good.
She's a number 9, a typical. No
disrespect to her, but she seemed to be looking for the ball at the center, but she was shafted wide to go do what she's not programmed to do. That was a problem as well. Tony Payne, was a pain for us, not for the opposition. That's another player you played out of position. So in this game, while I give credit to the South Africans, their goalkeeper has been around since 2004. You know, I give credit to her. I give credit to a lot of the players on the team. But I think it's the coach. Still, it's the coach that made it impossible for us. So one of the things that I've always said, yeah, this coach, what's his name now?
Randy Waldron.
Randy next to women. That's crazy, man. You know, you have a coach who's got connections, who can enable us play some kind of top class friendly matches. But I don't think in the coaching side is really good. It doesn't come across to me as somebody who's good. Okay, his connection would help us to get people like Ashley Pumptree, Ifeoma Onumonu, Tony Payne, and all these players. I agree. I think that defensively yesterday we're still very good. And maybe people keep arguing that she's old.
Yeah, I think she was a stand-up player yesterday.
She gave a man of the match performance in that game. She was still part of the ball that led to the goal. See, sometimes when we look at these people, like, okay, this wasn't a loss born out of the players not good enough or personnel. This was a loss born out of bad coaching, bad selection, and it took time to make the substitution, the struggles. Once you make a wrong combination of players, the team is going to struggle. So it's going to be very, very hard for you to now pinpoint which player is not living up to the party. I can't blame Ifeoma Onumonu that much because she was playing out of position. I can't blame Rasheedat Ajibade in midfield for not spreading the passes as needed because she was playing out of position as well. Tony Payne is at the very, very best position you could play her. Again, that's another thing. The freedom to, as it is, Assistant Shola would have done better even going wide, and then Onumonu playing in the middle. But the coach decided to do what he feels comfortable to do. But South Africa had a good game, and I'm one of those persons who always say, give credit to a team when they win. But because we're Nigerian, we're analyzing our team, that's why I'm spending time on this. If not, I will focus on South Africa, how they were able to hold their own. Their goalkeeper was fantastic. Adile, Lamini, this Katlana was running at us as if in a former life we were the ones that were responsible for our entire colony being destroyed. But it was a good game.
Yeah, even in Lagos, she was a torment to decide. But I was watching the game on the South African, I think SABC Sports. Yeah, it's a South African broadcasting channel. I was watching. They were streaming it live on YouTube. You could tell, they were waiting for this victory. You could tell they were excited by the win.
They got it. Now, the only thing I can say to South Africans is you guys got the win at the wrong point. I'm telling you this. This team meets South Africa in the finals. Nigeria will come on with the trophy.
I was about to go there, but there was something I noticed in the game in the first half. Let's talk about our fullbacks now. Or do you want to say wing backs?
Michelle Alozia
and Ashley Prompter. Now, Ashley Prompter did more like a Calvin Bassett for us yesterday because she's a centre back, but she was I think she's better as a centre back, but she played as the wing back. Now, something happened. I noticed in that game. I don't know if you noticed or if I don't know what your take is. In the first half, Katlana was playing from the left. She was having a go at Alozie. I think Alozie did well in that game. She just needs to fine-tune her crosses, her timing of tackle as well. She tends to
rush.
She's too rash in her tackle, but she's athletic. She's young. She's got the energy. But Ashley Prompter was more, should I say, adventurous in that game. She was attacking wise. She was beating a man, going forward and all that. And then in the second half, Katlana moved over to the other side, maybe to stop that forward runs from Ashley Prompter. But when it comes to pace, she can pace all our defenders. Talking about Tambi Katlana now, but at the end of the day, we were opened up in those two goals. We were opened up. I think she could. Talking about Ashley Prompter now, she could look at that goal and have a bit of a regret because it was just one cut back from that South African player that opened that space before she set up the goal scorer in that goal. But we at the end of the day we pulled one back. Rasheedat Ajibade, who majority of the game was non-existent due to the position she was playing on the field. I couldn't find her in that game until she scored that goal. I was saying it right from the start that she was played out of position in that game. Now, Botswana, debutants in the tournament. Burundi was, I don't know if you saw that game.
No, I did not.
They were debutants. They won 4-2. I think they are, I was thinking they would be pushovers. But when I watched that game, the Super Eagles are still going to be bigger than every team in that tournament. But when I watched that game, we play Botswana next on Thursday. I think we shouldn't underrate that in Botswana.
You are listening to Elegbete TV Radio.